Yo, what's up, guys? NBA talk. Today's a Wednesday night. Couple games already finished already. There's a whole bunch I want to put up tonight. So brace yourself because I'm putting up a lot of videos. Today's March 23rd, 2016. Before I get into this, I want to send my condolences to those victims for the victims of Brussels, Belgium. If you don't know, I believe it was yesterday morning, where actually I think it was on Monday. Actually, it was an attack, two bombings, two suicide bombings. I believe they were saying that happened in Brussels. One in a train station, one in an airport. There was supposed to be a third one, but did not detonate. So I want to send my condolences. Just you had France a couple months ago with that bombing. Well, the shooting, and then you had the Boston bombing as well. So, man, ISIS. Uh, Let me just change the subject right now. So, the Atlanta Hawks face the Washington Wizards. These two teams fighting for playoff spots right now. The Washington Wizards looking outside in. They're in the 10th place in the Eastern Conference. They're still in the hunt though. Um, Atlanta Hawks like in a dead tie with a couple other teams, including Celtics, Pacers, Heat. So it's a battle of which place are they going to be in the playoffs, because it can mean a lot. So the Atlanta Hawks beat the Washington Wizards 122 to 101. Another back and forth, but mostly it was towards Atlanta Hawks, which got a lot of help from the off the bench. I mean, it was a very good, solid overall team. This team has been picking up lately in the second half. Been struggling in the first half. Now, people from off the bench have been picking up a lot of minutes and put up numbers for the past couple of weeks. So let's get in with the Atlanta Hawks first. Bazemore, who has been sensational all year round, he didn't have a good game. He only played 10 minutes. Um, Paul Millsap has 17 points, 3 steals, 6 assists, 9 rebounds. This guy has been a force all season long. He is a definite all teams in the league. He will probably be like around third team in the NBA of all. Um, Al Horford had 13 points. Korver had 15 points, 5 out of 10 from the 3 point range. Jeff T, 9.6 assists, 6 rebounds. And then we get into the bench. Humphreys, who they picked up, 9 points from him. Philosha had 8 points. 23 points from Sculptor. I don't know how his name pronounced. Schroder. Hope that's his name. And my boy Tim Hardaway with 14 points. Thank you. They are actually giving him a chance to play because it seemed like he was going to be a dud all year round. I wish we have not got rid of him. Thank you, Phil, for doing that. Because we should never have got rid of him because he would have been a good asset. He would have been a good asset for the um at the two guard. So we don't have to worry about having Vajovic at the starting lineup. And I still don't understand why he's still there. And then you have Scott with 10 points, 7 rebounds. So pretty much an overall good showing from the whole entire team, especially the bench showing up when they needed to be. They shot great from the field with 53% overall, 40% from the 3 point line. They didn't do good on the free throws with 68. They rebounded a lot. defensively with 34 defensive rebounds, 16 turnovers out of 32 assists, which is pretty decent, pretty decent for themselves, and got 10 steals. So they played a hell out of defense too. So big up to Atlanta Hawks. Looking forward to seeing them in the playoffs, who I believe they will be in there. Washington Wizards. Um, yeah, there's a couple random players stepping up. Otto Porter Jr. 11 points, 6 rebounds, 19 points for Marcus Morris. Actually, Markeith Morris. Sorry, because I keep mixing them up. 19 points, 9 rebounds, 3 out of 6 from the 3-point range, spreading the floor. He did foul out and he did make 5 turnovers. Just to note, Gortat had 14 points and 14 rebounds. So he's been consistent all year round. It's just that he hasn't been healthy. Bradley Beal, 7 points. Not a good showing from him. He hasn't been healthy either. That's pretty much the big concern throughout all year for him. When he and John Wall are together, they play hella good. But it's just not this time around. John Wall, 13 points, 10 assists. He made 7 turnovers. That's pretty much not good for him. Dudley, Jared Dudley, 7 points from off the bench. You have Marcus Thorne, 23 points coming off the bench because their bench looking a little bit more crispier, more better. But that's pretty much it for the bench. 42% from the field overall, 40% from the 3-point range, 91 from the free throws. So pretty good. They made 18 turnovers overall. That's not looking good. And 25 assists. They still have time to catch up, unless Detroit messes up a lot, or the Chicago Bulls keep slipping, who they are facing my New York Knicks now. So I'll cover that later. So the East is still on, people. The East is still on. There's still a lot of spots left, and we'll see who gets in, who gets out. So until then, I'll be putting up the next video. So brace yourself. Next video coming up.